Hey again. This is insight number 3. Um, yes, you can hear I'm still an old squeaky. We actually did buy a new office chair. It just needs putting together, and it's my fault because we're going to do it Saturday, and I fell asleep instead because I was tired from busy week, especially with my rolled ankle and fractured toe. Fun times. So that's still young, still in the box over there. But hopefully this week we'll get to it, and I won't have old squeaky here. So bear with. Anyway, we're going to section 8 for this one. This is really good. This is sort of how, and I've written it at the section heading here. You can see here. How to enter into revelation. Because while we are told to pray for revelation, some of us are still trying to figure out exactly how we do that and what we need to do to be able to receive it better or clearer. Yeah, I think clearer is a good word. Because I want to receive it clearer. I think I've always got answers, and I've recognized that they're answers, but I need to get them clearer for me. I don't know about you. Maybe you're different, but this is how to enter into revelation. So this is Oliver, who's continuing to serve as a scribe, but sort of thought, I'd like to try translating. And I can imagine the conversation that went on. He's obviously approached Joseph and said, I'd like to try translating. And Joseph's gone, sounds like fun to me. Okay. And taken it to the Lord. And the Lord's been like, sure, have a go at it. And then in section 9, you'll see that it didn't work. And we'll find out why. And, you're going to feel a little bad after that, like I said in the first one. But it's part of learning. So let's learn from this, right? Let's learn from looking back. So, in verse 1, the thing is to ask in faith. That's the first part, ask in faith. See, in verse 2, it says, in your mind and in your heart. That's how you're going to receive the answer. So if you're seeking revelation, you're going to feel it in your mind and your heart. So people say it's a gut feeling, and I think a gut feeling kind of ties up both of those things because it becomes spiritual and physical. So if you're going to feel it in your mind, I call that physical. You might have it the other way around. And heart is spiritual, because if you feel it in your heart, then you're feeling deeper meanings. Yeah, like literally, you feel it here, like a burning. Some of you might have felt it or not. But anyway, and he said by the Holy Ghost, this is in verse 2, that shall come and dwell in your heart. Now that will be a long-time visitor. So you want to make the Holy Ghost a long-time visitor in your heart so that you can live every day feeling this. Like often jokingly, and lovingly jokingly, not rudely, refer to it as living like a Jedi and having the Force with you, because that's what it's like. It's having that constant, little course correction nudges that just oh, okay, yeah. It's really cool. So long-time visitor. You want the Holy Ghost to be a long-time visitor. And verse 3, this is the spirit of revelation. It's the same one that brought Moses and the children of Israel through the Red Sea. Now, verse 4 is our verse we're focusing on. Section 8, verse 4. So, therefore, this is thy gift. Apply unto it, and blessed art thou, for it shall deliver you out of the hands of your enemies, when, if it were not so, they would slay you and bring your soul to destruction. Now, Oliver did escape the hands of enemies, so that's cool. He did that. But yeah, this is thy gift. So he gives him the gift. Interestingly, down in verse 6, he says this is not the only gift. You also have the gift of Aaron. Now, the gift of Aaron, you're like, what was the gift of Aaron? If you go back to Old Testament times, Aaron was able to use a divining rod to find water. And it's a discernment thing to know that. Very cool gift, by the way. If you're stuck in a desert, pretty cool, right? And Aaron was stuck in a desert. So, very good gift for Aaron. But Oliver also had this gift, and he'd been doing this for a while. He had been known to do this when he was younger. So it's something that is a gift, and people thought, oh, I just thought that was something he could do that was cool, like a magic trick. It's like, no, it's a gift. And there's a lot of things that we have as gifts that we don't recognize. So we all have gifts, and if you're thinking you don't have any, you are so wrong, because you have so many. And here's the thing, like he wanted here, he wanted the gift of translation, and he prayed about it and asked the Lord for it, and the Lord's like, sure, okay, here, and here's how to use it. And what he failed to do was, here's the how to use it part. He got excited with the here, you can do it. and then tried to do it in a human way. And this is the other interesting thing, a little historical thing. We'll try and do this quickly because I'm running out of time here on this one. Okay, so you can think of Joseph Smith sitting there and he's looking at the Urim and Thummim or the seer stone, and he had it in a hat so it could block out the light. Like if you're out in the sun, you're trying to look at your cell phone, you can't see it, and you do this so you can block out the light. That's what he was doing to see what was there and what he could see. This is how he was translating. This is not how Oliver was thinking you were going to translate. Oliver was thinking how you were going to translate like we would. We would get lots of books out, we'd have pens and paper everywhere, and we'd be like studying it out and figuring it out and putting it like that. That's what he was thinking. So when he went to do it, and he went to try and do it the way Joseph was doing, his fear got in the way. That's what happened. So, but he had the gift, and the gift was given to him. Now we're going to go and read over in section 9 what happens in teaching through the failure. So, before we do that, I have to read you the quote. Right. So, yeah. Where are we? Oh, lost my place. Okay. So, apply unto is to put into practice. Because how do you apply unto your spiritual gifts? Because verse 4 says, this is thy gift, apply unto it. So how do you apply unto your spiritual gifts? How do you get to know them? So apply unto is to put into practice. And to take upon ourselves the learning of the gift. So this is what he failed to do, really. So take us upon us the learning of the gift. It's doing all we can do to treasure, nurture, and grow that gift. Yeah. So how do you do that? I've got discernment. I have the gift of discernment, and I'm very grateful for that. It was pointed out in my patriarchal blessing. I kind of already knew that I just sort of knew things that other people didn't, but then I started learning more about it. And I've got other gifts as well. I'm just pointing this one out. This one was specifically listed for me as a strong gift. But I've got to grow that, and I had to learn about it. I've read everything I could lay my hands on about it, the scriptures, past conference talks, other resources. What is it? How do they experience it? You know, that kind of thing. I ask questions, and I quietly observe others as well, and then I meditate on it, like how to do it better. And I keep that Holy Ghost as that long-time visitor in my heart. That really helps. So that's what you do. I had to apply unto it. Julie B. Beck is a really good quote. She said, some have the ability to work miracles, some are gifted healers, and others have great discernment. Spiritual gifts are numerous and varied and come to us as we seek them. So if you want one, you can go seek it. It will come to you. But we have to use them appropriately. We enjoy them because of the power of the Holy Ghost, which is in us and around us and woven through our lives. See, long-time visitor in your heart. All right, so that was number 3. Sorry, it was a bit long, guys, but a lot of information in there. So we're going to skip over to 4 and discuss what happens when spiritual gifts and your desire for them and things just don't work out quite how you thought. All right, see you then.